Welcome back to yet another episode of Is it a good idea for Roblox to add such a questionable update? The news has been released that apparently Roblox will be adding the ability to create UGC faces pretty soon, and that keyword of soon is where this entire thing lies and where all of the drama and controversy surrounding this topic right now begins. We saw a tweet a couple of days ago come from another one of those Roblox news accounts, but the one that makes this one different is the fact that this is the self-proclaimed #1 news source for Roblox news. I mean, no hate or shade or anything like that, but I'm sure many people would beg to differ, and seemingly so after that tweet that I just mentioned. We may be seeing Roblox UGC faces soon, brackets it makes sense. Where are your opinions on UGC faces, a good idea or a bad idea? The like counter right now, as I'm currently making this video, is sitting at around 3,000, so obviously it got pretty big, and in such a small space of time, but a lot of that attention isn't all that good. But when it actually comes down to it, there is such a wide variety of opinions floating around, and I feel like it would make for such a great discussion. And I kind of want to know what you guys think about the idea of Roblox adding UGC faces to the catalogue. So please feel free to discuss it in the comments, but keep the stuff civil and always be kind to one another. Let me tell you, I'm actually really excited to be talking about this one today because wow, you guys know how I feel about the UGC catalogue on Roblox, and if you don't know how I feel about it, that must mean you're new here, in which case, please make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any future videos from me, Chloe Games. Plus, why not leave a like on this video too whilst you're already busy subscribing? Thank you guys for tolerating me and putting up with all of that big technical stuff. Oh man, if you want my personal opinion, then I'm keeping my UGC is the best update Roblox has ever given us mentality. Clothing was always user generated, but eventually we got to see hats evolve into that as well, and it's only a matter of time before faces tag along too. And trust me, it's been way too long without a new face on Roblox. I mean, I've resorted to wearing headless a lot of the time, but hey, throw me some UGC faces my way and we got ourselves a deal. I'll do it. I'll wear a real head on my avatar. And like I said, you absolutely know how I feel about community creations, just hundreds of talented and unique minds constantly conjuring up their own incredible ideas and then having them become reality. Please tell me what is not to love about that. I also just realized, like, if we don't count those wings and that tail, every single hat that I'm wearing is straight from the UGC catalogue, and I'm wearing as many hats as I possibly can. This section fully packed with 10 accessories all stuck to my character. We just need to see the addition of those user-generated faces to add the finishing touches, although saying that, we won't see that as an option for quite some time. It's quite clearly not the priority when it comes to the Roblox agenda, which is completely fine, and I believe that's why so many people were quick to become quite hostile with this tweet and throw negativity towards it. It eventually got to a point where even Bloxy News felt like they had to jump in and simmer down the rising tension. To stop the spread of any misinformation from a tweet you might see, UGC faces are not coming anytime soon. They will come eventually, but they are still a long ways away. So like I've been saying all this time, people weren't taking too kindly to that original tweet, and even went as far as to be attacking this news account, which just don't do that. And so they decided to reply to themselves with a slight change to the original caption. We may be seeing UGC faces in the future, it makes sense. They start with the hats, move on to accessories, and then move on to faces, but don't expect UGC faces for a while. Or rather, I should say they applied a large change. There is a pretty hefty difference between saying they'll arrive soon and saying they won't arrive for a while. But all of this promptly leading up to the same account tweeting some kind of apology, a statement regarding the recent issues surrounding a tweet of ours, although they do continue to defend themselves at the same time, so how they feel with the situation is unclear at the moment. Recently in a tweet we said UGC faces may be coming soon. Our intent wasn't to trick the community by saying they are definitely coming soon, as that is not the case. Apologies for any inconvenience. So considering this isn't even that big of a deal in the first place, I think we can all afford to give them that benefit of the doubt and assume that they were just trying to spark some kind of innocent discussion regarding UGC faces, and not trying to purposely trick people into thinking the update is just around the corner. However, there was people quickly jumping to defend the tweet and even saying things like, "That's on people that misunderstood in my opinion," to which the news account itself replied simply with "exactly." I don't really think there's much misunderstanding to be doing here. The original tweet made things quite clear whether it's false or not. Roblox adding UGC faces is something that's almost definitely gonna happen. There is no hiding from that fact, but this specific tweet implies or just straight up says that we are gonna be seeing the addition soon. All you gotta do is take 5 seconds to Google soon definition to see that this means in or after a short time, which is not true, and that's where all of the negative reactions are coming from, and then they stem off of each other. I'm sure you guys know how this stuff works. But Chloe Games, your title also says that Roblox will be adding UGC faces. See, I thought about that, but the thing is, Roblox adding UGC faces is true. Roblox adding UGC faces soon is not true. All of this controversy lies within that one single word. How dare you soon? How dare you exist? Us in the Roblox community and just us as humans in general, truly a strange way in which we operate. But as far as the actual faces on Roblox being created by our UGC developers, I really don't know what I should be expecting. The exact same went for the UGC hats right before they got added. I didn't know what to expect, and that's kind of what threw me off the idea a little bit. I could probably say that if we didn't have UGC hats right now, I would be a little bit scared of the idea of UGC faces too. Perhaps if we had some kind of inkling as to how faces created by players would look or work out on Roblox, maybe then so many people wouldn't be opposed to the idea. But I think having the accessories section certainly helps ease the initial disgust towards the idea as a whole. I've seen a few people think that UGC faces could see people copy expensive or limited faces and have that be a whole problem again. And sure, that could happen. That's not something that we should rule out. But I think with the hat situation, besides the few almost obvious copies that caused some drama, I think Roblox have done a pretty good job with preventing and stopping the direct copying of already existing hats. Plus, I think our current UGC developers have proved themselves creative enough time and time again to have their own unique assets created and put out there for us to buy. I mean, just take one look at the community creation section of the catalogue and you can 100% see what I'm talking about. One more time though, let's just clear things up here. UGC faces is very likely to become a new addition we see added to Roblox sometime later on. How much later is something we don't know, but we know it's not going to be for quite a long time. So ignore the soon, they are not coming soon, but always be reminded that they will arrive eventually. I think it's going to be kind of cool to see that on Roblox. Like, I remember back in 2011 or 2012, I was real young and kind of dumb, so excuse this behavior. But on the avatar page, I would always see that avatar isn't loading correctly part, and it has the redraw button right beneath it. So it's obviously some kind of refresh button for when your avatar isn't loading or if it briefly glitches. But back then, I always thought it was some kind of magical button that allowed you to draw your own Roblox face. Yes, much simpler times practicing my drawing of what I deemed to be a great face suitable for my avatar. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of UGC faces on Roblox and how you think that might go down. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.